Oh. Why, hello, Elliot. You know, Miss Kathy told me you were having problems socializing with the other kids. Well, if you don't want to talk about that, do you mind, Elliot, if I take a look at this spring bonding unit you're working on? Oh, well, thank you. You know, it's very interesting you would take the mouth springs out. You know, without these, it won't be able to close at all. And while I can see you're developing a device to do this manually, I'm afraid the design of this unit's head is too small to make this automated system work. You know, good effort, though. Oh. I can see you added a new device to the top of its skull. I'm guessing for the new programming you've been adding. Right. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, Elliot. That might not work, because when these older units open and shut its mouth, the top of its metal endoskeleton hits the dome of its head. It could possibly break.
That's why I had to take the springs out and make a device that could close its mouth without that problem occurring. You see, with the head, it won't have to even move, just the bottom jaw, eliminating the space dilemma and leaving room for the new chip without any damage.
It's just a theory, my boy. I'm afraid it won't work.
No, I'll make it work.
It's good to see you at least enjoy something here.
I just wish I had better access to parts and newer models. These older units aren't meant for these types of upgrades, but it's always fun to try and fix mistakes.
Do you think there are mistakes in its design?
Well, not intentionally. For the era of technology, these are impressive. It's a shame, really.
Why is that?
Well, because of the limits, these machines had to be even more complex to make up for what wasn't available. If you look into when these were in development, the man who made them based some of the programming and microchip designs on the same technology that sent Apollo 11 to the moon. He is a real genius.
And who is that?
Oh, well, it's William Afton, a true visionary. He once said in a radio interview, the only thing stopping the dreams of tomorrow are the steps we take today.
He must be quite the inventor then.
No, he's more than that. Even when he was developing this technology, he was also making advancements for the world. A lot of it you can't even find. Just old government contracts and boring legal papers.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why don't you play with the others?
Oh, well, they don't really like me. They say I'm a little much, and none of them really like to talk about the things like me and you. They really can't even comprehend what I'm doing.
Well, you know, you could still play, you know, just have fun, play a game, you know, or just connect with them.
No, I'd much rather focus on my projects. I mean, look around. The future won't come tomorrow if I fooled around like them.
I see, but friends and socializing can help you in life. It's a great skill, and sometimes, my boy, you might need help. What's wrong, my boy?
Why would I need those morons to help me?
Oh.
You know, John, I guess I should thank you.
Thank me for what, Elliot?
For actually helping. It's not unexpected, but it's nice of you.
Yeah, Elliot. Sometimes things aren't usually what they seem, I could just go get these documents myself. If you don't want to come, I'll mail them to you. Make it easier.
No, I think I need to go see my old stomping ground. Funny enough, it was kind of cozy. I was there by myself, besides Kathy. But it was fun. Especially when I got older, I got to see Mr. Afton a lot more, and, that's when I got to go to college a little early. So it was just great. It'll be fine. You think they'll actually have my papers there?
Yeah, everything you'll need will be there. Surprised you went this long without any of it.
Well, the orphanage took care of everything. Applying to the colleges, and Afton, gave me the job here. I've never really needed it until now.
Yeah. Elliot. what you're doing and what you're trying to undertake is a lot for you.
Wait, you don't think I can do it?
Not saying that. I'm just saying that you've always had a focused mind. And running a business can sometimes be shattering when you don't get the results you want. Because you can't predict people, Elliot.
I think I can if I set up an automated system. They're not that smart. I hate to say it, John, but having a conversation with you is about the closest I'm getting to an intelligent conversation. Michael, Jesus Christ, it's just like a burning building. Have you seen the renovations I've been trying to make to the building, by the way?
Yeah, I have.
Should be knocked down here pretty soon. Yeah, sorry if I break one of your windows by accident. Promise it's not, anything personal. I'll pay for it. I broke a window by accident. I'll pay for it, though.
Don't worry about it. Which window was it?
The big one. It's a big one.
Yeah, I'll bill you. Okay. Well, are you ready?
Yeah. Can't wait, really. It's gonna be so great.
Right.
Didn't you go to one of these, John?
No. I went to many orphanages. I was never lucky enough to be accepted.
Huh. I wonder why that is.
Well, late bloomer, I guess, Elliot. I wasn't probably as smart as you were as a kid.
Well, I don't think many people are as smart as me, but you're probably right.
Right. You think they're morons?
That I am certain of. I would never need help from them to create or build or design. They would just slow me down. In fact, most of them wouldn't understand it.
I have heard you are in the top in your class and in the state, so I could see why you would draw that conclusion, but don't mistake ignorance as a lack of intelligence.
Why not?
Was this William Afton fellow ignorant for not designing safety protocols for his animatronics?
What?
People got hurt because he didn't design the older models with a failsafe when they came in contact with humans at a close proximity.
No, you're mistaking what I've said. He couldn't have. That type of facial recognition, it didn't even exist at the time.
Yes, but maybe if he asked for help, he could have made something similar. If we as people only see with our eyes, we might end up missing something important. That's all I'm trying to get to you, my boy.
I guess, but he did make programming and facial systems that do that exact thing. just a few years later. And he did that by himself. He doesn't need anyone's help. Sir, I'm sorry if I upset you. I've never had a friend to talk to before, much less someone who understands or cares. Do you have to go?
For now, yes, I do. But it's good to see you finally have a friend to talk to, Elliot. But don't worry, I'll be back to check on you. I think you have a very bright and creative future ahead, if you keep taking those steps to make the dreams of tomorrow happen today.
Mr. Afton? Like walking down memory lane. I really never came out here too much, but, playground, the sidewalk, or the street. But, the building, I was in there a lot.
Yeah, that's comforting. Sure, this is the right place?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's more boarded up, and it kind of looks more like shit than it used to. But I guess that's what happens when things get old, They just kind of rot and get forgotten.
Yeah. Huh. Kind of a waste.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, I think it's a waste.
Because,
Oh, just because the Afton Orphanage was probably one of the best things William ever did. It helped a lot of kids with nobody get through life. Even helped me.
But you said you weren't in the orphanage, right?
No, I wasn't, per se.
Okay. But no, this is the place.
All right, Elliot. Well, I called this Kathy person, and they said they had the documents ready, so it should be easy.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Hello?
You and Elliot, dear.
Oh, Kathy, you look so old.
I'm not sure what else I would have expected.
Be
Yes,
careful.
I'm
Have you
kind
gotten
of.
your heart checked out? Because it's been a running problem in my life so far.
Oh, I assure you, dear, my heart is doing just fine.
Are you sure? Because this much activity at your age could, just send you to an early grave.
Yes, well aware. Glad to see you haven't changed a bit, dear.
I don't know why I would. I mean, I'm perfect, right?
Yes, perfect and always at the top, aren't you, dear? But I remember the papers that you wished me to give you. Honestly, I never thought I'd see the day where you'd actually need these.
Oh, well, I'm sort of taking the herd over there at Afton Robotics, and I kind of need these to seal some of the equity paperwork and, some of the control stuff. I'm sure it's weird, but maybe it's what Dad would have wanted.
Oh, of course you do by now. I mean, yes, sure, it's the first thing he would have wanted for you.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me all the equity, he gave me all the power, so I'm guessing, can't do much worse than Michael, right, John? Right. Before I go, actually, Kathy, I know you probably want to lock this place up and, try not to die on your way home. So, would you mind if we take a look in the back, just for a minute?
Oh, I guess there's nothing stopping you. If you wish to go reminisce, dear, then you're more than welcome to.
Never took you for the sentimental type.
Not really, it's just interesting. Some of the papers I wrote in that chair. This is where I met Mr. Afton for the first time.
Yeah.
I wonder how many other kids he inspired, just by helping them out, by showing up and taking interest.
Yeah, I'm sure he helped a lot of kids.
Yeah. It did get a little, less loud around here after, his first visit. But it was fine. I never really cared for, that kind of companionship. And I always got to see Mr. Afton, at least once a month. And when I got older, I was seeing him almost, once a week. And I was able to travel just lonely, I can imagine.
I actually relate to that feeling. You know, honestly, this orphanage is a lot nicer than the one all the ones I had to be in. These your old toys?
Oh, God, no. I never played with toys. I was too busy, writing books, reprogramming and trying to make advancements for, the future of tomorrow.
Right.
John, you seem a little unsettled. I mean, we won. All right, I got to meet Kathy again. She's not dead. That's a great plus for for me. And I get it. You were an orphan. It's sad, but get over it. I mean, look at us. We're at the top. We're at the peak of our game. And now, nothing can stop us.
Yeah. Well, Elliot, I'm glad you liked it here.
I don't know why I wouldn't. It was perfect for me. Silence, parts, studying. They even converted the back to my own personal lab.
Yeah.
Man. Wonder how the other kids, turned out that came from here. I've never really looked into it.
Oh, they're all doing good. Most of them actually work at the company.
Really? Surprising. Most of them seemed like underachievers.
Oh, most of the kids that actually came out of this orphanage went to be lawyers, actually. Well, most of them. Some of them became, engineers, but not as good as you. And some just went into art. Being a genius doesn't mean being smart in one, certain field. An empire needs many, many soldiers.
How do you know that?
Oh. Well, I took care of a lot of Mr. Afton's affairs. The orphanages were one of them. Took care of them when I first got on.
What?
Yeah. It's one of my many duties under Mr. Afton. Well, Kathy, it was great seeing you again.
Of course, always lovely to see you when you visit. And Elliot, dear, it was nice to see you again.
I hope next time I see you, it's not at a funeral. I'm not real good at them, but you shouldn't be such a stranger. You're like family to me. Maybe you could come over and be the receptionist at our place. I mean, if you're not, close to being dead.
I'll be sure to think about it, dear.
I mean, we don't even have stairs anymore. I'm bulldozing that entire building. I'm putting up, an open floor plan. It's going to be great. Handicap accessible. Gotta be handicap accessible these days. What kind of idiot wouldn't? Right.
Right.
All right, I'm done here. Gotta take a trip down memory lane, learn some things about you, John.
Yeah.
So, you took care of all the orphanages, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I came on, it was one of the first things that Mr. Afton showed me.
Really? Never thought to talk to me about that, huh?
Well, I seen no real point in talking about it, Elliot. What would you gain to know that I had that knowledge?
I don't know. It's just weird, I guess. You are older than me, John. When you were hired, I was just getting into college. It just makes you think.
Oh, well. I'm just, 10 years older than you, a little more. Elliot, what does that matter?
Did you know I was here?
No. Doesn't matter.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you know I was, his son?
Elliot, let's not do this. It's not going to be fun for either of us. We got the papers you needed. You're leading that herd. Why don't you go lead it? I'm sure the rest of the gang would love to be inspired by their new CEO.
John,
Yeah.
you cleaned up all of Mr. Afton's messes.
Yeah.
Was I one of them?
No. No. Elliot, you weren't one of his messes. He had this place here just for you. Why do you think he visited you? You think he visited anyone else?
Yeah.
No, Elliot. Why would he do that? Why would he waste his time?
What?
Let's just go home. Let's just go home. Huh?
Okay.
You know, Kathy, the more and more I visit here, the more I notice that it's been a little unkept.
Oh, well, yes, most of the teachers are more focused with Elliot than most things. We only have the job to care the one.
Well, some of these teachers, they get paid a full salary to teach one kid. Maybe one of them should, pull a little more weight around here. How about Keith? He belligerently called me, I believe a month ago, about some essay Elliot wrote about disproving one of his theories.
Oh, yes, while Elliot ended up being correct, we have to admit, he was a bit rather, bold when, correcting Mr. Keith.
There's no correct way to state that someone else is wrong. There are facts, and then there are opinions. One cannot contradict the other. Facts are facts. They cannot be disproven. They are not up for debate. It's the truth.
Of course, that's correct, sir, but there's a manner in which that you present yourself to others in a more appealing and accommodating way that I'm sure that he'd benefit from if he were allowed more social time between just the teachers and myself.
Well, I see him every week now, and he seems fine, communicates with me just fine. If you can't break through to him, maybe you need to go reconsider your doctorate, huh?
Listen, there's the window gap for adolescence for him to be able to socialize before it causes much more long-term damage.
I've heard you say this for many years. When we had children here, before I made you take them out, and do we want to repeat that conversation again?
No, sir, I'm just growing concerned.
Elliot himself chose not to be around those children. He said they were a nuisance, called them morons, said it would be a waste of his potential and time.
He was 6 years old, sir.
And he knew how the world worked then, and I'm sure he knows how it works now. He's already excelling, and this is a cherry on top. 14 years old. Scored the highest in the entrance exam for the college. He is the future. And he's going in 2 years.
2 years?
16's the right age. It's when I went. He'll be fine. And then he can do all the socializing he wants there.
But to throw him into such a social environment just after years of just being here,
it's my fault that all the trips and expeditions to space camps and aquariums have just not helped him.
He needs consistency as well as more, leaning slowly into these social environments with the way that he is now.
Kathy.
To cooperate with others.
Sometimes you just don't need them.
What?
You just don't need people. I mean, sure. Would it have helped me if I had some help when I was developing, technology for the government? Sure. Would it have helped if I had people on my side when I was developing in a garage? Yes. Would it help if I had better equipment? Of course. I didn't have any of those things. Elliot does. And I will not stunt him or treat him like a child just because you think that his social issues will outweigh the benefits of what he's going to be doing in his life. And Kathy, it's the last time I want to hear it. You have 2 more years with the boy. If you can't fix it by then, it's more just under the rug. You do want to retire, don't you? 401k, retirement, your health plan intact.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then I suggest you stop talking.
Right.
He's in his lab, I suppose.
That's where he spends most of his time here, yes.
Oh, I remember the day I built it. He was so happy when we brought it in. Designed it himself. Just an impressive young lad.
Oh, give me a minute. I am actually fiddling around with acids and I don't want to burn my face off. If that's you, Kathy, I need the pizza by 8:15 because, I kind of have to deal with the idea that if I make a mistake, lives could be lost.
Elliot, it's me.
Mr. Afton, do you have my pizza?
No, I do not. Kathy, though, you can get on that 8:15. He wants his pizza.
Right, of course, dear.
How did I get so lucky? I get to hang out with the smartest man in the world.
Well, you might have an opening for that one day. You know, I won't be around forever, Elliot.
Why? Is there something wrong? Do you need help? I've been working for a cure for, a common cold. It's kind of just in development. It's sort of like micro little bots that go in your body and destroy them with lasers.
That's, neat. But no, I'm just getting old, Elliot. That's what happens. But I'm not here to ponder on the sadness that is aging. I actually brought some good news, some great news, something I think you're really going to be happy about.
You're gonna adopt me?
No. Well, not that, no. But it's good news, Elliot. See, you know that test I had you take a while back?
Yeah, I do.
Well, the results came back from the college and you've been accepted. Not only that, you scored one of the highest scores in history, well, besides 1. And you are going to college in 2 years.
Really? I don't know, Mr. Afton. I kind of like it here.
My boy, there's certain things you can't do behind these walls. Certain things I would like you to do. Wouldn't you want to come work for me?
Really? You want me to work for you?
Well, not everyone gets the privilege, Elliot. I scout minds, people who I think could be better. And I usually hand deliver these, actually, to people who get accepted. But for you, I wanted to come. I wanted to tell you in person. Now, 2 years, it's a long time for you, I know, to diddle and play in here and, prove professors wrong.
Is Keith still upset about that? I mean, his idea was just so moronic and idiotic. I don't know how he didn't see the flaws in his math.
Well, he's on janitor duty for a while, so I'm sure he'll have a lot to think about. Point is, Elliot, when you're ready, you can take that next step. I'm not going to be easy, but I think you'll do fine, boy.
If you think it's what I need to do to come work with you, Mr. Afton, then, of course, then that's what I'll do.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. When you're ready, whenever you're ready, today, tomorrow, a year, you just come to me. I already have you enrolled. In fact, most of your classes you're already attending now with the work you've been doing.
Really?
Yep, so if you keep going, you'll have your master's.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I believe in you. Just keep working towards that future, bud. I think you are it.
Who, scored near me?
Just some up-and-comer. Some, boy I found while helping.
Really? Is he smart like you?
Not at first, but he's more intelligent than he gives himself credit for.
So, not like us, huh?
Well, give him some time. Might surprise you.
So, once I go, will I get to see you more?
Well, I'll attend your graduation, and I could definitely drop you off. And we could hang out. Maybe you could come over to my house or something. And I can come over to the college when you need help with robotics or programming. Something you get stuck on. I know you're a very smart guy, but
you can't always do things alone, Mr. Afton, I know.
Yes. So if you ever do need help, you can just call me. Anytime.
Do you have to go?
No, not right now. Something you want to do?
You know, usually me and Kathy watch a movie when we eat dinner. Would you like to join us?
Yeah, Elliot, I can do that. Come on, boy. Let's go watch a movie.
I hope that acid doesn't eat through the floor. If it does, I think it'll leak into the vents.
That would be troublesome. You didn't make ammonia gas, did you?
Oh, nothing. Just a flesh-eating acid. It wouldn't hurt. We'd be dead instantly.
Satisfying. I believe in your math, though. Kathy, I believe there's a movie we're supposed to be watching.
Oh, yes, of course. You'll be joining us, sir?
I will. Come on,
Right.
slugger. Really need to get chairs in this place, huh?
It's I don't know. Sitting down's nice. Comfy.
I'm gonna go get me a chair.
All right. He said no again.
I know, dear. I'm sorry.
You know, I hate to say it, but things have, not stabled at all, actually.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that too. It seems that doing no press conference and being gone for almost a damn week does nothing for us, right?
Why haven't you done anything?
It's not my call anymore. You heard what the board said. They said if I interfere with the image matter, anyway, that they'd force me to sell whatever I have left. I don't want to take that risk, not until things calm down with him. Oh, thanks for sticking up for me, by the way, Lefty.
Oh, you can go fuck yourself for all I give a fuck, you know?
That's the mindset to have. You know I'm actually trying, right?
Oh, I know. It's not falling on deaf ears, you know, like when I came to you with an idea and you berated me and didn't listen.
Yeah. You know, we're all adults. We should all be able to communicate.
But I'm still pissed.
You're always gonna be upset. It's over. It's done with. We need to move forward.
Well, we can't do that without Elliot now, can we?
That we can agree on.
Someone call my name?
Oh, talking about the man of the hour. I have a question for you, Elliot.
Yeah, shoot.
Why are we having this little powwow at Jeremy's business?
Because there's a fucking hole in our building and we can't go back in because it's been condemned.
Yeah, that.
Wait, the whole building got condemned? It is apparently a safety hazard.
Yeah, you know, the new one will be up probably in a month.
A month? Well, how am I supposed to do all my fancy business talk that Spring Bonnie's been telling me?
I guess you can do it here.
Profits are low and it makes me sad. My construction business is gone. It's failing right now. I lost all my locations. And I can't get no business.
Well, that's just depressing, Lefty.
You're the one that did this! My bad. Alright, I am sorry. If you need any help, I'm sure there are locations that we can put you on. That would help a little with the money. I mean, I have plenty. I just like more, you know? Elliot, please, for the love of God, tell me you got your documents.
That is the one good thing. I did, actually, so it's official. Paperwork's been signed and new CEO.
Well, let me just say, I am very proud of you, little brother. I hope you run it well.
I have to. It's the only way to do it. The right way.
Right. You know, Elliot, with all of us here and making these big decisions, we should start to plan out moving forward what the PR is going to be and how we're going to plan the stock to actually rise instead of falling. You need to make a statement, a public one.
Oh, yeah. I'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, but it'd be nice if you did it soon. I mean, not only has my business suffered, but, you know, Jade's business is suffering, Jeremy's is suffering. I mean, Wally's is draining us right now. Their locations are full of people. They trust them. They want to see this new creation, and we just got nothing to compete with it.
Let me reassure you. Afton Robotics, foremost, is a robotics company. That's what we specialize in. And, you know, we really dabble in animatronics as a side. Foremost, we make advancements for the future of tomorrow. And that's a part that I want to be focusing on a little more.
What do you mean? I thought we were a pizza chain.
Oh, well, that's like 60% of the business, but the other 40 is actually government contract work. That's what, Mr. Acton had me working on, anyway. Along with my little tinkerings.
Really?
Well, I'm good at it. It's what I went to college for, actually. You know, I just love what I do.
Well, I hope it goes well, because those contract peoples can be a bit fussy. You know, Elliot, I'm sure you think you can do this all on your own, but surely if you ever need any help, you got us here.
It's all right, Michael. If I want a contract to fail or my machines to blow up, I'll give you a call. Until then, you know, don't show your face in front of a camera. Your image is ruining us.
Right. Every time you guys have a conversation, it goes like that. I know. Does he know? At some point, I think he just does it for fun.
So, big dog? You ready for the meeting? Oh, yeah. Do I start that?
Well, you are the CEO.
Right. All right, I'll take a seat at the head of the herd. Michael? You should probably sit for this. It'll confuse them if you're standing.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. How do we feel about making rockets that can track heat signatures?
Fucking awful.
Well, we've been developing it for 2 years, and it's almost ready to launch. The rocket? Why do we make rockets? A follow-up question. Why?
Well, Elliot, you bored Lefty to death.
You think he's really dead?
No, he's just sleeping.
Spring Bonnie. Turn off the fucking light. What are we trying to do? Light the whole city? He sleep talks?
Most people actually do, yeah. Well, it's been lovely, Jeremy. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, of course. You two going home? Elliot, do you have how did you get here?
Oh, I took the bus. I actually can't drive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Would you like me to take you home?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Maybe next time, Jeremy. Come on, Elliot. Make sure that buffoon gets home. I know his little spring model will miss him if he doesn't show up. Yeah, I mean, he'll be knocked out for a little while. He started drinking halfway through that meeting. I think the missiles thing got to him. But you make a fine point, Elliot. The heat sinking can be applied to many things, not just rockets.
But mainly rockets.
Right. Thank you, Jeremy.
So, were you in an orphanage?
No, I was not. I was raised in the house, actually, for a little while.
But then you went to I'm like homeless, you know?
Yeah. A little bit.
How was that? You know?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Going to the orphanage today kind of made me feel weird. You know, kind of alone, I guess. I don't know. I always thought if I did good enough, Afton would take me home with him one day. And I could be a part of a real family. It just never happened that way, I guess. I always thought it just, wasn't good enough.
Elliot, in a lot of ways, you're a lot smarter than he is. Maybe he should have. I know I'd have loved to have another little brother.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Tell me about it. Tell me about Chris again.
Oh. Alright. Tell you on the ride home.
I also think John's mad at me.
Oh, why do you think that?
He just knew a lot more than I thought he would.
Well, he always liked to be one step ahead. I guess he had that in common with our dad, huh?
Yeah, true Afton in his own right.
I suppose so. I probably need to sleep more. Dad, I know what you're going to say. Chris is lying. Nothing happened. Oh, what did you do now, Michael? It's nothing. It's nothing, really. He says I may have punched him in the arm. That is bullshit. Watch your language. In this house, we have to respect each other. How many times have I told you boys this? Just because you grow a little peach fuzz and you're changing doesn't mean you can bully your younger brother. It's wrong. How would you feel if he was your older brother and did that to you? I suppose I feel a little bad. Well, I guess I would be feeling bad because I'd be getting bullied. Right. What are you doing, Dad? Oh, well, right now, Michael, I'm actually trying to reprogram some of these old machines. And I have some government work I need to get to. Just normal stuff. Yeah, you know, if you ever need help, Dad, I've been learning, and I would love to try. Son, I think that's a great idea. You know what? Why don't you go get a chair? I have some programming I think you'll be perfect for. Really? Really? Yeah, son. Go on now. Don't be hitting your brother anymore. I promise.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, Chris.
I found some boxes marked government.
Wait, what? Don't touch those. And you're sure this is everything? It's everything that you asked me to get, John. And unless there's something else, there's plenty of shit we should throw in this fire, and just to be forgotten. But this is all on the Afton Orphanage, all of it. It's all you have. It's all you have. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm completely fine. You seem a little, I don't know, been out of shape. I mean, you started a fire in here, asked me to grab a whole bunch of important classified documents, and now I'm presuming the files are going to go in the fire. You are, like, so smart, Aaron. Yes, we are going to burn the files so that no one can ever read them again. What's in them? Well, these particular files are about the Afton Orphanage and my involvement in it. And I would just like to burn it, out of sight, out of mind. John, what's wrong? Listen, I was helping, I was helping Elliot, and
I may have said too much. What'd you say? It's just the truth. That Afton had me basically running those orphanages after I came on. Even when I was in college, it was one of my duties. You know, prove yourself. You know, do this. And what did that entail? I just had to keep an eye on people. On people. Yeah, that's it. So that's why you're burning these. It has nothing to do with Elliot. Yeah, it does. What's in it? It's better if he doesn't know, Aaron. I mean, things are going so good for him. Why ruin it with this? You could just be honest with him. Tell him the truth. No, I can't. He thinks that Afton cared so much about everyone there. About him. That these special things that he did, it wasn't just for him, it was for all of these kids. I can't take that away from him. It might be the one good memory he has of Afton. So you'd rather burn it? Yeah. Afton, it's a lot of things. But, he had his moments of, questionable actions. What do you mean? Wait. The orphanage is sort of a front. Like, what kind of front? No, nothing bad. Just he took children with intelligence and trained them and sent them to college and then hired them to work in his facility. He did what? It's the same program I went to college on. He told me that these kids, they had no other options. Without this, that they would be mediocre, that they would be thrown away, lost in the system. Afton gave him a chance, right? He wouldn't. Yeah, but he should have seen Elliot's place. Basically abandoned. Afton basically took every kid out of there but Elliot. Kept him there alone with the best teachers. What? Yeah, he visited him every now and then. At the end, I sort of knew it. But what could I have done about it? You know? Hell, I didn't know everything. I thought it was weird. I didn't know it was fucking related to him. I just thought he had an interest. He had an interest in me. I'm not his son. What? And you thought this was all okay? No, I just... You don't know what it's like, Aaron. Have nobody. This was their everything. This was his everything. I'd rather him remember Afton being a good man to everyone than the truth. Alright, John. If you think it's the right choice. Yeah, I do. I do. Let's start burning. I do not get paid enough to do this shit with you. You don't get paid at all. Stop reminding me.
Time flew by so quickly, life was tickety-booted and bad, and not the bucks to change the weeks of daily grind. 17 years young, I lost my son. I lost my son. I faith, think positive.